Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Loka Seva Gurukulam online classes in a very interesting chapter of science. Is it not? That is about stars and the solar system. Are you interested? Yeah. One of the most beautiful creations is what you find as stars, and we also must shine like stars, correct? So, let us just recall what you have studied in the previous class. What are stars? Stars are the heavenly bodies which are found twinkling, correct, in the cloudless night. And what are constellations? Constellations are recognizable pattern of stars, as you have Ursa Major, Orion, Cassiopeia and so on. There are different names given to the group of stars, and also these stars are at large distances. So, that is why we measure the distance in the unit called light year. What is light year? Light year is the distance travelled by a ray of light in 1 year. What is the distance per second light travels with the speed of light travels with the speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second, correct? So, 3 lakh kilometer per second, and for 1 minute how many seconds? Into 60, and for 1 hour how many minutes? Into 60, for 1 day how many hours? 24, and in 1 year how many days? 365.25. So, this product comes to about 9.46 into 10 to the power of 24 kilometers. So, that is the distance of light year. So, the distances are travelled or distances are measured by a unit called light year. Also, we have studied about moon. What is moon? Moon is a natural satellite of earth, and what does it do? It will be going around the earth, correct, and this moon will be having waxing and waning from full moon day to new moon day. The size go on decreasing, and from full new moon day to full moon day, the size of the moon go on increasing, correct. That is called waxing and waning of the moon, and also that is what is referred as phases of the moon. Why does it happen? That is because of the axial rotation of the moon and revolution of the moon around the earth. That is why you find the phases of the moon. Also, we have studied about solar system. What is solar system? It is a family of the sun, correct, with sun as center. Come on, what are the heavenly bodies going around the sun? We have planets. To which planet we belong? We belong to Earth, the planet Earth. Then you have satellites. What does satellites do? The satellites will be going around the planet. Then you have asteroids. What are asteroids? They are the heavenly bodies between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. going around the sun, and also you have comets. Is it not? A very special kind of celestial bodies, and also you have what is called as meteors. All these together. Why they are called as family? Because sun will be at the center and all these heavenly bodies will be going around it, correct. This is called as solar system. Okay. Now, we will just see the home assignment. Home assignments. First question, give scientific reasons for the following. In that first question, Venus planet is also called the morning star. Venus is the second nearest to the sun, is it not? One of the most brightest planet in the solar system. Why it is called morning star? Because the planet's Venus appears in the eastern sky before sunrise, and after sunset it is called as evening star. After sunset, if you see the western sky, we see a bright planet there, but mind it, it is not a star. What is the difference between planet and star? Stars twinkle, whereas planets do not twinkle, correct. So, but for practice they call it as star. Okay. Second question, Earth appears blue-green as seen from the space. Why? From space, the Earth appears blue-green due to the reflection of light from water and land mass. So, how much percentage of Earth is filled with water? About 75%, correct? 3/4. So, because of that, it looks blue, and only 1/4 is land. And because of this land and water, when you see this Earth away from the Earth's atmosphere, are you following? We cannot see, for example, you are in the Earth only, but we do not see like that, is it not? Only when you go away from the Earth, we see that the Earth is blue-green. Next question, you have what are the various types of motion associated with the planet Earth. So, what kind of motion it has? The planet Earth has both rotation once in 24 hours a day and revolution once in a year, that is 365.25 years, 365.25 days. Earth rotates with a tilt of 23.5 degrees to the axis. This tilt is responsible for the change of seasons on the Earth. Earth is called as Mother Earth. Why it is called Mother Earth? Because it is in the surface of the Earth only we get fresh air and vegetation, means plants, is it not? And we get water. All this beautiful nature is because of Mother Earth. And in this Earth we have atmosphere, means blanket of air around us. So, that is why it is called as Mother Earth. Just imagine if there is no atmosphere here, can beings live here? No, is it not? So, because of the earth, oxygen that is present in the atmosphere, we are able to breathe. And also one thing you must note, that Earth rotates at the speed of how much? 30 kilometers per second. the speed of rotation of the earth is around 30 kilometers per second. But do you feel it? No, we do not feel it. Suppose somebody says to you that the earth is rotating, you do not believe because you can't make out. But how do you know it? Because we see the sunrise, we see the sunset, sunrise, sunset, and moonrise, moonset, all this will show us that earth is going round, correct? So, that is the answer for the second question. Now, coming to third question, it is very difficult to observe the planet Mercury. Why? The planet Mercury is nearest to the Sun. Because of the very high temperature of the Sun, Mercury also is having very high temperature, and it moves also along with Sun. So, it is very difficult to observe it, the movements. Then how do you see it? We can see Mercury before sunrise and after sunset. So, that is the only thing where Mercury is seen. Of course, it can be seen in the naked eyes. Now, coming to today's topic, can you name this planet? Anybody? Yeah, it is called our most famous planet called as Mars, and also our country is making a beautiful contribution of finding its whereabout. So, what is Mars called in Sanskrit? Mangala. Can I name the planets in order? Yeah, first one is Buddha. In English we call it as Mercury. Second one is Venus, we call it as Shukra. Third one is Bhumi or Prithvi, what you call in Sanskrit. In English we call it as Earth. Next comes Mars or Mangala. Next to that Mars, come on, Jupiter called as Guru. Next Saturn called as Shani. Next Uranus. Next Neptune. These are the 8 planets. In that Mars is also called as red planet, and is a planet next to Earth with a reddish color. So, the color of the Mars is almost red because it has got lot of deserts, it is said. 2/3 of it is deserts. It has got 2 small natural satellites. It is called Deimos and Phobos. Deimos, of course, do not worry about names, just for information I am just giving you Phobos. Deimos and Phobos are the 2 satellites, natural satellite of Mars. So, what do you mean by satellite? Satellite means it is a heavenly body which go around the planet. So, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, launched its first, what is ISRO, where is it? It is in Bangalore. So, India's first Mars orbiter mission called as Mangalayana. Why it is called Mangalayana? Yana means journey, Mangala means auspicious. Here it refers, it say Mars. There are so many other countries also, they have tried, even they have made a vehicle to go on it also, but India is the first country successfully planned. So, on November 5th, 2013, successfully placed into an orbit of Mars. On September 24th, 2014. So, started in November 2013 and landed on 2014. With this, India became the first country in the world to do so in its first attempt. So, first country because first attempt only successful. And there are two satellites, just now I told about that, Deimos and Phobos, going around the planet Mars. Okay? They are natural satellites. And what other type of satellites? You have artificial satellites. Can I name artificial satellites of Earth? Yeah, we studied in the previous class. INSAT series, correct. Then you have Aryabhata, Bhaskara, Rohini, all these are called artificial satellites. So, but in Mars, only 2 satellites are there going around it. Okay. Now, coming to the next and the biggest planet called as Brihaspati, also called as Brihaspati. As the name itself says, Guru. Guru means bigger, the largest planet in the solar system. About 1,300 Earths can be placed inside the giant planet. Suppose you make one Jupiter globe, in that you can fit in 1,300 Earths, and the mass of Jupiter is about 318 times that of our Earth. It rotates very rapidly on its axis, about within 10 hours, about approximately 10 hours. So, period of rotation is very fast, and also it goes around the sun as usual. Now, a doubt may arise, why does it go around the sun? There are two possibilities. One, it may go out of the solar system, or it may go inside the sun. Both are not possible. It will be going in a fixed orbits. Why? For 2 reasons. One is sun has lot of gravitation. Second is Jupiter also has gravitation. Because of these 2 gravitations, they will be bound to each other. Okay? So, that will be, it rotates very rapidly on its axis, and it has a large number of satellites, around 70. Exactly, it is not yet concluded, but around 70 are there, it is said. Large number of satellites. It also has a faint rings around it. Of course, it cannot be seen by naked eyes. Recently, one spacecraft by name Voyager, it has crossed Mars also, it has crossed Jupiter also, Uranus also, and is coming around Neptune, it is going around. And it has shown that there is a faint rings around it. And if you observe through a telescope, you can see 4 of its satellites. They are called as Galilean satellites. Why they are called Galilean? It was discovered by a famous scientist by name Galileo. Do you know anything about Galileo? Yeah, Galileo is the great pioneer. You can say one of the famous scientists who has contributed a lot for the gravitation. And he was the first person to say that. Of course, before that also it was there, but he proved that the planets will be going around the sun. Up to that, it was believed that the sun is going around the planet, sun is going around the earth. But Galileo said, no, it is not correct. Our earth is going around the sun. That is why he was put to jail, because he was going against the so called priests of those days. and there are 4 Galilean satellites. They are called, of course name is not important, best be information. One is called Io, another is called Europa, another one is called Callisto, and the biggest one is called Ganymede. They are the 4 satellites which can be seen by telescopes. First time Galileo discovered all these 4 satellites, out of which Ganymede is the biggest one, and these are the other 3 satellites, and there are so many others also, around 70 are there. So, the most biggest planet, it looks like almost like a sun only, but the only difference is it is not illuminating. It is not self-illuminating, it is only reflecting the sun of light of the sun, and the size is so big, about 1300 earth can be pushed inside it, okay, and that is how it is called Jupiter or Guru or Brihaspati. Okay. Now, we will see some home assignment. First question, what is Mangalayana project? Second, the planet Mars is also called red planet. Why? Third, the radius of Jupiter is 11 times the radius of the Earth. Calculate the ratio of volumes of Jupiter and the Earth. How many Earths can Jupiter accommodate? How many Earths means how many Earth can be filled in Jupiter? So, these are the home assignment. Let us see what Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai says. Though everyone wants God, of course, when you are in trouble, when you are in difficulty, we call God, correct? But there are some who call God for at all times, at all places. But God wants only those who want Him for His sake. Bhagwan bina koi apna nahi, Sainath bina paramatma nahi, and not for any other desire. So, if you crave for God, such a craving attracts God very much. That is what he says. That means you should have lesser the worldly desires, more the divine craving. Okay? Such persons will be attracted by God. Just like a magnet attracts iron filings, but not all type of iron filings. It attracts which are free from rust. So, also human beings, those who are craving for God, will be only attracted by God more. Okay? That is the meaning of this quotation. So, come prepared for the home assignment. Thank you.